Hey, CJ here. Now that Kevin Durant signed with Golden State and put that mystery to rest, we move on to Dwyane Wade as the big free agent who has a big decision to make very shortly. Now, Dwyane Wade has been linked to 4 different teams as of recently: the Bucks, the Nuggets, the Bulls, and the Miami Heat. Does what happened with Kevin Durant give us some sort of guidance as to what Dwyane Wade will do? The answer to that one, I'm pretty sure, is no. And let me tell you why. Obviously, I'm making this video, so I really should tell you why, shouldn't I? KD's decision was about basketball, and that's why I think he was telling the truth, or if it didn't come directly from him, the people around him were telling the truth as they perceived it, that Kevin's decision was between Oklahoma City and Golden State. Those 2 teams gave him the best chance to compete for championships for years to come, assuming that he signs a longer deal than the short-term deal he signed initially with Golden State, of course. Boston, there were compelling aspects of potentially going to Boston, but between Boston and Golden State, one team has a lot of work to do. The other team is right there and just broke the record for regular season wins and went to a Game 7 of the NBA Finals. So it's easy to see which team is further along, and the Warriors are unselfish enough that even with all the ball handlers they have, they can have yet another. Dwyane Wade's decision, and this is where I think the difference is, I don't think it's about basketball, and I know some people aren't going to like that because they're going to think, oh, how selfish. I don't know if selfish is the word I'd use to describe this. Dwyane Wade, from what we've read in the rumor mill, and the rumors that float around on the internet from sources we deem reputable, suggests that Dwyane Wade is upset that he wasn't Miami's top target, that they had other options in mind, such as trying to lure Kevin Durant to Miami somehow, while he was option 2 or option 3. And Wade's not too thrilled with that, and also they're not offering him the kind of money that he's looking for. He's looking somewhere closer to $50 million over 2 years, and from what we've read, the Heat wanted to pay him closer to $40 million, which we ordinary people might say, big deal, but that's $10 million, and who knows about the language in the contract. Maybe it's guaranteed, maybe it isn't, whatever. So, looking at the teams Dwyane Wade is interested in, who have an interest in him as well, none of them are teams that are going to compete for a title in the next few years, perhaps several years. It's hard to say that far down the road because things happen in this league, of course, and any sports league, things happen. Guys who you thought would be dominant forever, they decline or they get hurt. Obviously no one roots for that, but this is real life, and let's be honest here. The Milwaukee Bucks aren't going to go win a championship in the next few years. The Denver Nuggets aren't. The Chicago Bulls, if anything, they're really retooling. The people are being dealt and darting away from Chicago. So, this is about Dwyane Wade being a focal point. This is about Dwyane Wade going somewhere where he's respected, where he's wanted, where he'll be loved by an organization and a fan base. Clearly, the Heat fan base loves him. There's no doubt about that. But he seems to feel disrespected by the Heat's offering, his latest contractual offering from the Miami Heat. So, this isn't about basketball. This is about respect. This is about a guy looking to spend the last few years of his career in a place where he can be the guy, but not just purely from a selfish point of view. I don't view it as selfish. I view it as the guy's been unselfish for years. So why not give him a place where he can shine again, where he can be the person, the guy who makes younger players better, the guy who, I think that's a great point. It makes younger players better. We should harp on that for a little while. That's something important from a veteran basketball player. Sometimes the great ones aren't known for doing that, but sometimes they are. And, Wade can be that guy. So I think if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, you might be thinking, we really could use this guy. And we know that the Nuggets have already offered, according to ESPN, 2 years and $50 million to Dwyane. So, question is, where will he go? My answer is going to, I guess it is a cop-out. I don't know. I do not think he's going back to Miami. Miami's going to have to up their offer if that's going to happen. But I think it's personal at this point. I just don't think that he's going to come back to the Heat now. I just think that ship has sailed. Denver, there's talk about a third year, and Denver might not be too willing to give Wade that third year. So we'll see. We're expected to hear soon what Dwyane's decision will be. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe it'll be Milwaukee. Maybe it'll be Denver. Apparently the meeting with Chicago he was supposed to have today got delayed until tomorrow, which makes you wonder because we were supposed to hear today what his decision would be. Who knows? I just don't think it'll be Miami. I'd be surprised if it was, but I'll be back with another video after the decision is made to either say, okay, that makes sense, I saw that coming, or to say, I really didn't see that coming at all.